यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी श्री श्री राधा माधव जी की, श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदरलता विशाखा देवी जी की, श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की, श्री श्री गौ नित्याय जी की, शिला प्रभुपाद की, शिला गुरुदेव की, नित्याय गौ प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी माता जी। Welcome to all of you. Today's session of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing wonderful prayers of Vedas personified, 10th canto, 87th chapter. And today, Krishna willing, we will discuss verse number 39. Bhagavatam is Amal Purana and is non-different from Krishna. So before entering the page of Srimad Bhagavatam, in each and every page you touch of Srimad Bhagavatam, you can have darshan of Krishna. Before doing that, let us pray. I seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas present here, Vaishnavis, all the Acharyas, and we sing Mangalacharan. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swamarupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutpadakamelam Sri Gurun Vaisnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Segan Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Segan Lalita Sri Visakhanvitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशतारणे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी माता जी। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 87, verse number 39. यदि न समुद्धरन्ति यतयो हृदि कामजटा दुर्धिगमो अस्तां हृदि गतो स्मृतं कंठमणिः आसूत्रपयोगिनाम् उभयोतपय सुखं भगवन् अनपगतान्तकादनधिरूढपदाद् भवतः यदि न समुद्धरन्ति यतयो हृदि कामजाता दुरधिगमोऽस्तं हृदि गतो अस्मत्कण्ठमणिः असूत्रपयोगिनाम् उद्भयतो अपि असुखं भगवन् अनपगतानकादानिरूढपदाद् भवतः यदि न समुद्धरन्ति यतयो हृदि कामजटा दुर्धिगमो अस्तां हृदि गतो अस्मत्कण्ठमणिः असूत्रपयोगिनाम् उभयतोऽपि असुखं भगवन् अनपगतान्तकादानिरूढपदाद् भवतः Please repeat. यदि न समुद्धरन्ति यतयो हृदि कामजटा दुरधिगतो असतां हृदि गतो अस्मत्कण्ठमणिः असूत्रपयोगिनाम् उभयतोऽपि सुखं भगवन् अनपगतान्तकादनधिरूढपदाद् भवतः वैष्णवीस् Hare Krishna. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by the followers of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki yadi, if na samudharanti, they do not uproot. Yatyaha, the persons in the renounced order of the life. Hirdi, in their hearts. Kama, of material desire. Jataha, the traces. Duradhi gamaha, impossible to be realized. Astam, for the impure. Hridi, in the heart. Gataha, having entered. Asmrata, forgotten. Kantha, on the one's neck. Manihi, a jewel. Asau, their life heirs. Trapa, who gratify. Yoginam, for the practitioners of yoga. Ubhayataha, in both words. Api, even. Asukham, unhappiness. Bhagavan, O personality of Godhead. Anpagata, not gone away. Antakat, from the death. Anadhirudha, unborn, unobtained. Padat, whose kingdom, bhavtaha, from you. Translation, please hear. The members of the renounced order of life, the members of renounced order who fail to uproot the last traces of material desire in their hearts remain impure. And thus, you do not allow them to understand you, although you are present within their hearts. For them, you are like a jewel worn around the neck of a man who has totally forgotten it is there. O Lord, those who practice yoga only for sense gratification must suffer punishment both in this life and the next. From death, who will not release them, and from you, whose kingdom they cannot reach. Please repeat. Members of the renounced order who fail to uproot the last traces of material desire in their hearts remain impure. And thus you do not allow them to understand you, although you are present within their hearts. For them, you are like a jewel worn around the neck of a man who has totally forgotten it is there. O Lord, those who practice yoga only for sense gratification and must suffer punishment both in this life and in the next from the death who will not release them, and from you whose kingdom they cannot reach. Purport. Please hear. A mere show of renunciation is not sufficient to gain a person entrance into the kingdom of God. One must undergo a thorough change of heart, symptomized by a complete lack of interest in the self-destructive habits of sense gratification, both gross and subtle. Not only must the true sage refrain from even thinking of illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling, but he must also give up his desire for the reputation and position. Altogether, these demands add up to a formidable challenge, but the fruits of true renunciation in Krishna consciousness are well worth a lifetime of endeavor. In Mukunda Upanishad confirms the statements of this verse. Kamanya kamayate manmanas karmabhir jayate tatra tatra. Even a thoughtful renunciate, if he maintains any worldly desire, will be forced by his karmic reactions to take birth again and again in various circumstances. Very serious. Philosophers and yogis who work hard to become free from birth and death, but because they are unwilling to surrender their proud independence, their meditations are devoid of devotions to the Supreme Lord, and thus they fall short of the perfection of renunciation, pure love of God. This pure love is the only goal for a sincere Vaishnava, and therefore he must willingly resist the natural temptation of profit, adoration, and distinction, and also the impulse to merge into the all-consuming impersonal oblivion. As Srila Rupa Goswami states in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11, Annabhilata sunyam jnana karmadi anavratam anukulena krishnena silanam bhaktir uttama. When first-class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires. Knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy and fruitive actions, the devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. For those who undergo rigorous yoga discipline only to please their senses, prolonged suffering is inevitable. Hunger, disease, and degeneration of the old age, injury from accident, violence from others, These are a few of limitless varieties of suffering one can experience to varying degrees in this world. And ultimately, death awaits, followed by painful punishment for sinful activities. Especially those who have freely indulged in sensual enjoyments at the cost of others' life can expect punishment so severe it is unimaginable. But the greatest pain of material existence is not misfortune in this life or being sent to hell after that. It is the emptiness of having forgotten one's eternal relationship with the personality of Godhead. Srila Sridhar Swami says, Dambha nyasa mishena vachita jagan bhogaika chintaturam samuyyamanam ahar nisam vichita yoga klemar akulam agyalangivam ajnan agyam janata samuyyamana madam दानात दया निधना परमानंद प्रभो पाहि माम. The hypocrite who cheats himself by a pretense of renunciation thinks only of sense enjoyment and thus suffers constantly. Bewildered day and night, he is overwhelmed by the exhausting endeavors he contrives for himself. This fool disobeys your laws and is corrupted by the greed for respect from others' fools. O protector of fallen, O bestower of mercy, O supremely blissful master, please save that person myself. Hare Krishna. We have been hearing these wonderful topics of Personal Vedas prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These are 28 verses. When Parikshit Maharaj asked the question to Srila Sukadeva Goswami, immediately mentioned, yes, what you are asking, same has been asked by Narad Muni. Whom did he ask? Narad Muni asked Narayan Rishi when he went to Badrikashram to meet them. He asked the exactly same question. Narayan Rishi told Narad Muni, yes, what are you asking? Same has been asked in Janaloka. In Janaloka, when all the sages they assembled together, they had the same question arisen. Question is, the Vedas, who cannot be defined, who cannot be described by anyone, and Lord Brahma says, after 100 celestial years tapa, that only thing I could know that you cannot be, nobody can understand you. So how can Vedas glorify you? So in Janaloka, Chatuskumaras, they chose Sanandan, and he became the speaker, and other become the hearer, and he answered that question. So this question is very important, and Srila Sukadeva Goswami narrates the pastime which has been happening in Janaloka. From there he is giving this answer. So starting from verse number 40th till verse number 41st, there are 28 verses, and we are short of 2 now. By another 2 days we'll be completing these prayers. Really speaking, Prabhuji Mataji, these prayers, when they have spoken, starting with the Vedas, they describe the Supreme Personality or different, his glorification. They started with Ajita, you are Ajita. And one by one they glorified. And now today we are seeing the quality, what they are saying, that deeply uprooted material desires. And the Lord, for those renunciates who has these deeply rooted material desires, they are not able to neither reach his kingdom, nor they have anything in this or life or next life, and they suffer at the hand of the death. And the purport, the followers have written very nicely that what is their condition. So these things when we see Prabhuji Mataji, we are talking the word is here yata. In this verse, we are seeing the word yatayo, yatayaha. Yataya means renunciate, who has taken the renounced order of the life, which is the fourth order. So who is the sannyasi? We should understand that part first. Or a yati. Krishna answers in Bhagavad Gita in 5.3. He tells, Gayesa nityam sannyasi, yona dveshti nakanchati, nirdandoi mahabaho, sukham bandhat pramuchyate. Krishna is telling, Gayesa nityam sannyasi. Arjun, know who is the sannyas order always, nityam. Qualifications, na dveshti. He is not envious and na kankshati. He doesn't hanker for anything. Nirdandoi mahabaho. He is out of the dualities and easily overcome the material bondage. Sukham bandhat pramuchyate. He can easily, sukham, very easily can overcome this material bondage. And the reason for us being sitting in this material world, away from of course we are in Vrindavan, but how many of us are here, Prabhuji Mataji, in Vrindavan? The word is billions of people. They are all away from their original home, Golok Dham. Sukham bandhat pramuchyate. So they can easily overcome this bondage which forces you to continue in this material world. In 26, Krishna further elaborates. Kam krodh vimuktanam yatinam yat chetasam abhito brahma nirvanam vardhate vidit atmanam. Kam krodh vimuktanam. This yati should be free from kam, of course, lusty desires, anger, and self-realized, self-disciplined, constantly endeavoring for perfection. Then what is the result? Result is they are assured of liberation in the supreme, in the very near future. Vardate vidit atmanam. In very near future, if you have these qualities, merely, Prabhupada told many times, merely having a dress of a renunciate without having those qualities is not enough. In the purports they wrote, if you are doing that, that means you are hypocrite. And hypocrite, Krishna never allows to enter his kingdom. Arjuna asked the same question to Lord Krishna about this. What is the renunciation? And what is the giving or tyaga? In 18.1, he says, Sannyasasya mahabhaho tattvam ichchami veditum tyagasya Hrishikesha pratikesha nishudana. Oh Hrishikesh, I want to understand what is tyaga and what is sannyasa. And Krishna told very nicely, he said, giving up the activities that are based on the material desire is what great learned men call the renounced order of the life. That means sannyasi who has given up all the activities that are based on the material desire. In 3.25.21 purport, Srila writes, it is not possible to be desireless. You have to have desires, but this should not be material desire. This should be spiritual desires. If you have spiritual desires, work for it. and then that is approved by the scriptures. There are many cases which we can see. For example, the verse is saying that the sannyasi, he should not have even a trace of enjoyment of sense gratification or material desire. In 11th canto, if you see, I think 14th chapter or something, Krishna elaborates about the dharma of a sannyasi. As a practical example, is it possible to have completely removed your material desires, sense gratification? We see the example in Srimad Bhagavatam 9:19-17, when Srila Vyasadeva wrote this verse. What is the verse? It says, Matra swasasu duhitrava nana vikt asano bhavet balvan indriya garamo vidmam api karsati. Matra, swasra, duhitra, your mother, your sister, your daughter. One should not sit next to your mother, daughter and sister because the senses are so strong, even the learned man can fall down. So in the assembly when he spoke this verse, Jaimini Rishi was there. He heard this verse. He says, Gurudev, I don't agree. Okay, fine. If you don't agree, what can I do? I think you may be knowing this story. I don't know, but let me give very brief. Vyasadeva said, Jaimini, I am going to Badrikashram. You take charge of the whole ashrama. I will come maybe long time. How many days, I don't know. So he is in charge. One day, night time, Jaimini is in his hut. And he hears a knock on the door. Opens the door. It is raining heavily. Lightning going on. When lightning was there, he saw suddenly one beautiful young girl was there who was completely drenched. And she said, folded hand, my dear sir, I am really in trouble. I need some shelter. Give me some shelter. No. I cannot, no woman can enter this ashram. You have to just go away. She pleaded again and again. He said, okay, I'll give you the next hut. You go there and stay. Don't open the door even if I ask. Don't open the door. Fine, he gave the key and she was inside. Jaimini came back to his place of resting and he closed his eyes. In front of his eyes, that figure was there. Jaimini, who is the direct disciple of Srila Vyasadeva, and he is told this verse, I don't agree with this. He could not control. He went out, knocked the door, opened the door. I am Jaimini. You told me, even you ask, I will not open the door. He was so much forced by his desires, he climbed the roof, opened the rooftop, went, jumped inside. Girl was shocked. What do you want? I want to marry you. Okay, fine. But there is a condition. My father stays on the hilltop. You have to carry me on your back, blacken your face, then I can marry you. No problem. The dark, nobody will see my face, blackened or white. He took her. When he reached the hilltop, he says, where is your father? In that hut. When he reached there, whom he saw? Srila Vyasadeva was sitting there. Jaimini, what happened? So, senses are so strong, Prabhuji Mataji, so strong. And we see the example of pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Jad Bharat Maharaj, he gave up whole kingdom and still just because of attachment to a deer cub, he again fall down. But if you see the devotees, because verse is talking about devotees, there are devotees who have been pass this test. You may be having a white dress or a saffron. Doesn't matter. If you have these qualities, you are the renounced order. Ramanand Rai, from pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Pradhan Mishra was sent by Mahaprabhu to Ramanand Rai because Pradhan Mishra wanted to hear the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam from Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu said, I am myself hearing these topics from Ramanand Rai. You go to Ramanand Rai and hear from him. This is described in the Antalila, chapter 5. He went to the Ramanand Rai house. The servant received him. He said, Master is busy with important work. You please wait. He kept on waiting till evening. And Ramanand Rai didn't come. He said, what is happening? What is he doing? He said, he is preparing two young girls, beautiful girls, for the pleasure of Lord, who will be doing dancing, Devdasis. So, I'm sorry you cannot meet him because he is getting very late. So he left the place and went to his home. And next day he went to Mahaprabhu again. Did you meet Ramanand Rai? He said, I'm sorry, but you have sent to him. He is busy with two young girls and doing these activities. What activities he is doing? Ramanand Rai himself messaging both the girls. He is decorating them. He is dressing them. He is teaching them each and every movement for the dance, how is to be done. Every activity, he is feeding them, everything is doing them. Mahaprabhu spoke very nicely. In the 5th chapter, verse number 35 and 36. He says, I am a sannyasi. I certainly consider myself renounced. Mahaprabhu is telling for himself. But what to speak of seeing a woman? If I even hear the name of a woman, I feel changes in my mind and body. Therefore, who could remain unmoved by the sight of a woman? It is very difficult. Then he says, my mind is as steady as wood or stone. Indeed, it is wonderful that even when he touches young girls, his mind never changes. Because he is telling about Ramanand Rai, his mind is like wood or stone. Ramanand Rai, when he was dressing, massaging, giving bath to these two young girls, Mahaprabhu is saying his mind is like a wood or steady like a wood. So who can be completely unmoved by these activities? A pure devotee like Ramanand Rai. Mahaprabhu tells that what I am talking about the devotee is not just based on my thing, it is based on the Srimad Bhagavatam. He says, Vrajvadu sange krishnen rasadi vilasa yena janakahe suni kariya vikas vivasa hridya roga kamatan ratan kalehe ne kasya tan guna ko choba nahe mahadhirahaya. When one hears or describes with great faith and the pastimes of Lord Krishna, such as his rasa dance with gopis, the disease of lusty desires in his heart and agitation caused by the three modes of material nature are immediately nullified. The solution is we should be absorbing ourselves in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing these topics again and again. Then only this our flickering mind, Chanchalami Mana Krishna Parmadi Balvadranam. It is so strong, I cannot control. Vayuri Visuddhasko, I can control Vayu, but I cannot control this mind. But when you are constantly absorbed in the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, and Mahaprabhu is saying, the rasa dance, these topics, from a authorized source, not from any source, then these desires will go away. Very simple. In 5.10 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells to Arjuna, what does he tell? Brahmani adhaya karmani sangam tattva krotya lippate sene papena padum patrum vyambhasa. If your position is like lotus flower grows in a muddy pond, is connected to muddy pond, right? Grows on that. It doesn't touch the water. Same way, we may be doing many activities. Worldly people will see a different way. But if you are doing as a matter of simple duty, then you are not touched by those things. We have another example of Srila Haridas Thakur. Who can resist? Ramchandra Khan sent the most beautiful prostitute of that time, sitting with Haridas Thakur for 3 nights. Who got changed? Haridas Thakur or the prostitute itself? Each got changed because of the potency of the japas he was doing it. So this verse which is telling us the trace of sense enjoyment should not be there. If it is there, you may reach to the gate. From there you will be sent back if you have any traces. And this is not impossible. The only possibility is you have to have a devotee association. That is why Prahlad Maharaj, Vatrasura, Dhruv Maharaj, all the devotees, what do they ask? What they request, Lord, Supreme Lord? Give us the association, the chance to serve the Vaishnavas and hear the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this verse is very, very important. And the Shruti is saying, actually there is a message for each and every part of the order of the life. In any Varnashram Dharma we have any order of life. All these 28 verses, something or other is there in every verse. So we should go deeply into these verses. Some people will think that is very philosophical. Yes, it's philosophical, but philosophy is based on the rasa. And rasa we have to take out from that, Prabhuji Mataji. Today we have another big day. Today is the disappearance day of Srila Jayadev Goswami. So we'll speak a little bit on that. In Birbhum district of West Bengal, Kindubilgram, 11th or 12th century, Jayadev Goswami appeared. And his father name was Bhojdev, mother was Mama Devi. From childhood itself, he was a devotee of the Lord. When he was staying in that place, he received the deities of Radha Madhav from the river, because that river was very close to his hermitage where he was staying. From there he got these deities, and these deities are still being worshipped near Jaipur. Jayadev Goswami, he gave us something very, very wonderful. The Satar Sotram. Every day we sing. What do we sing? Tav kar kamal vare nakham adbhuta sringam dalita hiranya kasipu tanu bhringam kesavadrita narhari rupa jai jagadish hare jai jagadish hare jai jagadish hare. Every day we sing. Many pastimes are there of Srila Jayadev Goswami about Geet Govinda. Very nice stories are there. One of the very nice thing is, when he was writing this Geet Govinda, he reached to 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Radharani is waiting for Krishna. He doesn't come, and then she says, I was not going to meet Krishna. She is in the Man Bhava. And Krishna, to please her, he takes the lotus feet of Radharani, keeps on the head of his lotus head. Jayadev Goswami is thinking, how can I write this? Krishna is decorating himself with the lotus feet of Radharani. He told his wife Padmavati that you just wait, I will go take bath and come back. So this story of Padmavati marrying Jayadev Goswami is also very, very enlivening, and we should hear it. There was a Brahmana in Jagannath Puri, and Brahmana was childless. Brahmana every day went to Jagannath Ji temple, keeps praying. And finally, with the mercy of Lord Jagannath, he got a beautiful daughter. He named her Padmavati. Padmavati grew up. When Padmavati grew up, Brahmana got worried for her marriage. So he went to Lord Jagannath again. So this is the beauty, Prabhuji, Mataji. The devotee always, for anything and everything, goes to Supreme Lord. So Jagannath Bhagavan told him in the dream, you go to Navdipa. In Navdipa my devotee lives. He is suitable for this girl. Brahmana came to Navdipa, and he met Srila Jayadev Goswami and requested him to accept her hand of Padmavati. Jayadev Goswami told, by heart, he is the word we are saying, yati. By heart is yati actually, what we are discussing today in the verse. He said, no, I cannot marry. My life is for some other purpose. I will not accept this. Brahmana became very sad. He said, now this is my Lord's order, so I will not take my girl back with me. I am leaving her here with you. Padmavati remained in that place, and finally, when she was seeing that Jayadev Goswami is unrelenting, she came with a folded hand. Said, oh Master, I have accepted you as in my heart as my Lord. So in this life, nobody else will be my Lord. You accept me or reject me. If you reject me, I will leave my body right now in this place. So Srila Jayadev Goswami was in a fix. He said, cannot do this. So he accepted Padmavati as his wife. So Jayadev Goswami told Padmavati, I am going to let us go back to our point, bath. He went for a bath. At Padmavati scenes, very soon, very short time, Jayadev Goswami was back. said, "Oh Swami, you are back so early?" Yes. And then Jayadeva Goswami, Krishna came in the form of Jayadeva Goswami, in disguise of Jayadeva Goswami actually. And then said, "Let me see my work, Geet Govinda. I will go and see." And Krishna completed that verse. And he came, then Padmavati fed him by her own hand. And after some time, Jayadeva Goswami, Krishna in the disguise Jayadeva Goswami said, "Okay, I will go somewhere." He left. Then real Jayadeva Goswami comes in. When he comes in, he finds Padmavati sitting nicely. He said, "What? You are not waiting for me? You just came and you went. How is it? I am just coming now after taking my bath." "My lord, you came. I fed you prasadam. And you wrote something on your Geet Govinda." He just ran to Geet Govinda. He went and found the line, the verse was complete. Then Jayadeva Goswami realized it is nobody else. My Lord had come. But I was hesitating. Krishna has completed that part. Yes, he accepts the lotus feet of Radharani as decorating on his head. Jayadeva Goswami, wherever he is staying in the place, the king asked him to become the poet in the royal court. Jayadeva Goswami told immediately, "I will not accept that. I will leave Navdeep and go somewhere else." Gangi is a Vaishnava. He is a very devotee. He said no. He pleaded, "Please don't go. I'll give you a place. Other side, Champahati, you stay there." So Jayadeva Goswami agreed and he stayed there. After completing the Geet Govinda, he wrote other literatures also. And when he wrote this Dasavatara, in Jagannath Puri, in that place there was a king. His name was his name was Lakshman Sen, who requested him to stay in the Navdvip. But when this king, he asked his servant, minister, Govardhanacharya, that your Jayadeva Goswami has written Dasavatara Stotram, this Geet Govinda. I have also compiled something. I have written something. You circulate widely this, so glories of what I have written will be more than the Jayadeva Goswami. All the ministers, everybody ridiculed the king. It's like comparing lamp with the sun. But king was very relentless. He said, "No, you have to do this." Finally, they agreed. So, solutions were sought from the Brahmanas. They said, "Let us do one thing. King literature, that is Abhinav Geet Govinda. This Geet Govinda, that is Abhinav Geet Govinda. Both of them let us put to Jagannath Ji, the temple for the night. Morning we will see." When them opened the gate, what they found? Jayadeva Goswami Geet Govind was clapped on the chest of Jagannath. And the king, Abhinav Geet Govind, all pages were scattered on the floor all around. So glories of Jayadeva Goswami is unlimited. We pray on this day at his lotus feet that he can bestow us some mercy so that we can also try to be a devotee in this service of Srila Prabhupada and the Vaishnavas. So today's verse, Prabhuji Mataji, and what we see the pastime of the Jayadeva Goswami, they are very much goes hand in hand, because today's verse says that Yati or Sannyasi should not have any desire whatsoever in his heart. If you see the lifetime of Jayadeva Goswami, he was offered a post of royal poet in the royal court. Somebody will run after it. He refused. He did not accept anything except when king pleaded so much. He simply accepted a hut in the Champa hut. There are a lot of champak trees. So hut made of those leaves only accepted. Very renunciate life. So these are the acharyas we have in this succession of whom we are following, and in their footsteps we try to imbibe whatever we can in the form of their instructions. The best way to follow acharyas is to follow the instructions. So let us pray today at the feet of Jayadeva Goswami, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, so that we can take away from the discussions which will change our lives. Hare Krishna. Ganthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Ityai Gaur Premanande. Prabhuji Mataji, we have 2-3 minutes. If there are any questions or any comments, commentaries, most welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Really, thank you, Prabhuji, for wonderful class. Actually, it's a very small doubt. I was just thinking here, it's in translation, it's given very heavy for yati if we fall down. But when we see in Bhagavad Gita where it says, Swalpam apiyas dharmas trayate mahatobhayat. And second thing, even in later also is said that if someone fall down, then he goes to higher planet and then enjoys, after that he comes back. But here it says it's so heavy, so how to relate this?
Prabhu, everything is correct. In the scriptures written by Srila Vyasadeva, nothing is contradictory, everything is correct. Let us understand that part. So let's take example, if Yati falls down, right? So Krishna is promising te trayate mehato bhayat. That Salpamasya Dharmasya trayate mehato bhayat. Why is saying trayate mehato bhayat? That whatever progress in 2.40, Neha Abhigram Naso Asti Pratvayo ne Vidyate. Neha Abhigram Naso Asti. In this process, whatever progress you have made is never perished. So Yati has made some progress. He falls down, but of course, he get a chance again to start from where he is left. This clear? Now Krishna tells in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that yoginam api sarvesam, not that one, that in 6, 40, 41, 42, that those yogis who could not reach me, Arjuna asked this question, what happens to them? Those yogis could not reach me, I give them the birth. Where do they give birth? In the families who are rich. Otherwise, if more than that, in the Vaishnava's family. So Krishna is assuring, if you are on this process, in this path, your next birth is assured, number one, to start from where you have left, and he is giving all the facilities, life in the next, you can start from there. But still, there is a danger. We have to be very careful. When we have more facilities, there are more chances to fall down. That's why Jal Bharat Maharaj, he became Jal Bharat. I will not speak anything, I will not do anything, I will simply become like a Jada, right? So in this situation, when Krishna is telling these two verses in 6th chapter and the 2nd chapter and this verse, they are all related, Prabhu. Clear?
Yes. But the translation is very, seems...
Translation is, what is translation saying? That he has to go through death, right? And death also in lot of punishment. So this is the process. There is no issue. See, devotees are even they are subjected to punishment. They accept that punishment also as a prasadam from Krishna. They do not worry about that. If yati is full of material desires, he has reached that stage. So whatever reactions are there, he has to go through those reactions. Devotees are never afraid going through the reactions of their life. That's why there was devotee and non-devotee, what difference? Devotee willingly accepts that, and non-devotee always cries. So there is no difference. Hare Krishna. Any other question, Prabhuji, Mataji? ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, श्रील गुरुदेव की, नित्याई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल। थैंक यू प्रभु जी, माता जी। हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.